you ain't know what that was. Oh, that doo-doo, man.
So I got a question for the ladies. Do men really hate women? Do this new generation of men really hate women?
Yes, there are men who.
Damn.
Absolutely.
I was about to say.
I don't know. I ain't never ran into a man that hates me. I don't know.
I'm gonna say.
I don't know.
Samir, you might not have had that
into a man that hates
experience.
me, so I can't really answer that. Like,
You might not have had that experience, but I feel like if you are really like paying attention to the things that men post and the things that they do, it's a lot of men out here who hate women.
Really?
What?
I see it every day on my channel.
It's bad, and it's so
call
bad.
it the He-Man Humble Women's Club because that's what they do. They get online and their entire goal is to humble a woman because that's all they want to do because they don't like women, and it don't mean they gay.
And you know what, Explicit, just going back to what you said earlier, I think it's just based on that one experience that they've had with one woman, and now their whole entire vision of women is tainted.
Absolutely, and that one woman could be their mama.
All right, before y'all go on this thing that y'all talking about right now, is there guys who hate women? Yeah, they exist. It's not I don't think it's like a really big number. I don't think it's a big number. You know, I think this could easily be the thing. But still, remember, does that exist? Of course it exists. But Explicit, you say a lot of things that are just wrong and you believe they're right. So you could be saying that people are hating you because you're just wrong and now they're criticizing you and they're picking at you. Picking at you don't mean they hate you. Like if you say something foolish and they say you said something foolish, that don't mean they hate you at all. Like you gotta go through a process to just label that these people just hate you and they're not just criticizing what you're saying. But you know, it could possibly be that they hate you, but they could be justified in hating you. But that's just me talking.
And it's unfortunate, but this is what we're dealing with. Like we got to deal with, you know what I'm saying, trying to convince men that all women not like that. I shouldn't have to do that. If we are getting to know each other, I shouldn't have to convince you that all women ain't like your ex or like your past experiences. I feel like that's too much work. If you're not
So when you say that men humble women, right? Could you give me a few like examples of a man trying to humble a woman?
Oh, I get told I'm gonna be single for life and to buy a dog and die alone every day.
That don't mean they hate you.
I couldn't hear that part because it was like, go ahead.
I get told it's when I post my videos, if I post something that they don't agree with, I get told that I'm going to die alone. Mm-hmm. And no. I get told that I'm going to stay single for life and I need to buy a dog and die alone.
Okay.
So that's humbling.
They're trying to humble you, right? So the goal is to make you feel like shit. So, but I don't care.
Okay.
When I post my videos, even in the comments, like I'm not one of them people who take the stuff that people say in my comments to heart. So you can't humble me. Right, but they feel like, okay, she's sitting on this pedestal of her own. Let me bring her down here because I'll say something and then they be like, "What make you think that you?" And I'm like, I never said that I was.
Wait, so you're saying a person attempting to humble you because you just said up here and bring you down. You're stating that means they hate women. You know that logically is flawed, right? That's like that was so many flaws in that. But hopefully that's not what you're saying. If that's what you're leaning on for saying that they hate you, horrible thing to lean on. Horrible. It'd be way better if you talked about that there is an actual group called the He-Man Woman Puncher Club, which is they go find women who are just alone drinking tea and whatever, and they see them and they sock their out. If you had that, didn't you have an argument? Them doing that to you, that's not an argument that men hate women. That there's men that hate women. It's not an argument, even though it does exist. But it could be an anomaly, or it could be just be a very small number. That's all.
Okay.
But that's the first thing they do is try to attack. They buy a dog and die alone. If I hear that one more time,
I need more context because that's not enough. That's just like Akira, maybe because I feel like you had some descriptions of the humbling, right? Because you were like really passionate about it. Tell me, what are they saying that you feel like these men are trying to personally humble you or women? Let me hear a few examples, please.
I would definitely say that a lot of times more single women, we deal with the humbling of, men trying to attack us because we view different or we have different views on how we look at things.
Examples.
So let's say, for instance, if I'm telling you truth, if I'm like, hey, I don't like to have those 50-50 conversations because I feel like at the end of the day, it's not. It really doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It's just certain things that I feel like when I speak about it, I shouldn't have to get any type of rebuttal from a man, because at the end of the day, this is my experience. This is what I have dealt with as a woman. I shouldn't have to go back and forth with a man, period, about what I've dealt with as a woman and why I view things the way that I do. Oh, it shouldn't be like, oh, you're going to be single forever. You're going to be by yourself. Why? Because
that's why you're going to stay single.
Yeah, because I view things different.
Did you say you stated your opinion out loud, and when somebody responded back to your opinion, you think they shouldn't do that? My dear, you shouldn't state your opinion out loud if you don't want people responding back to it. That's all I had to say right there. That was very quick and easy. Keep your opinions to yourself if you don't want people responding back to them.
I have, you know what I'm saying? And I'm not necessarily saying that I'm putting you in a category with other men. I'm just saying what I've dealt with. Why does it always have to be I'm gonna be single forever because of me?
Can I get another example of you being humbled?
I would have to say, since I post certain videos about dating and I post certain videos about, my view about things, I get a lot of trolls, and maybe they are just trolls, but I get a lot of men who come up under my content and tell me that, oh, you can't really talk about these topics because you a woman who wear weave, you a woman who wear makeup, you're not a natural woman, you can't say this and you can't say that. And I'm like, why not? Why can't I talk about this stuff? If I'm a woman and this is my experience, why can't I?
What do you talk about? That right there is a real thing now. What do you actually speak about then? I need to know what your opinion is and what you actually are giving your opinion on, because that could be the case. If they're talking about there is somewhat of a fallacy, but that still don't change. That don't mean that they are, because remember, this conversation is all about the humbling part, because them humbling you is your argument for why they hate you. Remember, do men hate women? And you said yes, and then y'all talked about because they just go around trying to humble women, and that still don't prove that there's men who hate women out here. Even though I believe it exists, still y'all have weak ass arguments right now.
But I think everybody, just like what you're speaking about on your videos, that's your opinion, and I think that everyone is entitled to that. It don't necessarily mean that a man is trying to humble you. I don't.
So you feel like a man can come up under a woman's video and degrade her because her opinion is different?
Maybe humble's the wrong word. Maybe that's the wrong word.
Like you said that you view things different. Maybe he view things different. So
we might not have I would have to actually point that example off my
because I
understand that I know the tone in which some of these men are posting these comments on this page.
For sure.
It's not mistaken. I'm not mistaking it for something else. Now don't get me wrong, there are some men who might have some good points. And you'd be like, oh shit. But we ain't talking about them. We talk about the men who specifically, and then you see them on other people's posts with the negative shit, and they on there every day just as negative as they want to be. And
it's always bashing women.
Always bashing women. Because the initial question was, is there women?
Is it, hold on though, because we just got to use a little bit of logic here. I can feel a little bit of emotion erupting. Is it degrading or humbling to say that a man wants a natural woman, or is it just being truthful that you do wear a weave? Like, is that degrading because you wear a weave?
But the thing is, why does it have to be that? Why does it have to be brought up when I'm giving my opinion? Why does it have to be up under my video? Or you coming across my video saying that I shouldn't say this because I wear weave or I'm not a natural woman? What does that have to do with what I'm talking about? Because I can spit facts all day long, whether I got weave in my head or not, whether I wear makeup or not, it doesn't matter.
I don't have an issue with, so I don't want you to think that I have an issue with you having makeup or hair. But what I'm saying, I mean, makeup or weave or whatever, any of that, I have no discrepancies with that. But is it bashing or is it the truth?
For sure. If you're always up under my comments or in another woman's, ain't no real man about to be out here patrolling, talking about some, oh, you this and you that. Real men don't bash women.
Who told?
Okay, first, I think Mont probably about to say what I'm about to say. Man, why are you a real man? What do you know? What do you know? All right, this thing, it's a real man. It's a real man. You know, no real man would do something. My dear, you can stop. You can stop. You can take 2 steps back. 2 steps back and yourself. Don't. That's not a thing. All right, it's not a thing when you start using that because they're doing something. All right, if they're doing something you don't like, just say you don't like it. Don't say no real man would do this thing, because now y'all throwing out the bashing words. They're bashing women. And nigga, if y'all want to be honest with you, no real woman would say that a guy who is attempting to humble women or doing these things would say that he's doing these things because a woman hurt him or his mother hurt him. A real woman wouldn't do those 2 things. See, that sounds dumb to just say out loud. A real woman, a real man. You can stop. You don't have to do this.
What a real man was.
What? I got a couple things I want to say.
He did. He said what I said.
My father.
Okay.
I got another example, Truth.
But I got you explicit. But why is it? And maybe I'm tripping, and I don't know how the men feel about this. I don't know how the men feel about this. But why is it, right? A woman can talk or even mention that she doesn't want a broke man and is not bashing. She can talk about a man's hairline thinning and is not bashing. She can talk about the fact that, like Pretty Tamia said, a 4-inch dick, never. We can small dick shame, right? None of this is bashing. Let me cook. None of this is bashing, right? We could say, "Ooh, you done gained some weight, Melly man." Like none of that though. But when a man, when it's opposite of that, where it's like, well, I mean, I get what you're saying, but how can you say what you're saying with a hair full of weave or blah blah blah? Is that humbling, or are they just being honest and maybe you feel a way about the accountability about what they're saying? Like, do you not like your weave? Do you not like your makeup?
To be honest, I don't care what a man say about it.
That's not true.
You say that,
but I'm saying it to the point where
reflect that you don't care.
I'm saying it to the point where a man, if he's always trying to antagonize the fact that I do that, or I do have makeup, or I do wear weave, if it's always a topic and you are stepping outside of what I'm saying or what I'm talking about, that does not have anything to do with what we're talking about at hand.
I didn't know what y'all was talking about.
Posting content, and every time I post something, you're always up under my comments, or you always trying to antagonize me. And then at that point, it is bashing and humbling. At that point, yeah, it is. You're trying to antagonize me because you probably don't like something that I said. Triggered. So
what I've learned, and I'm done. So what I've learned about most men, and I don't do it. I could care less. I don't give a But what I've learned is that a lot of these men feel like a lot of women do get on this internet and they do flatter themselves. They feel like a lot of women are coming on this internet once they get their hair done and once they get their makeup on, and then they want to get on the internet and stop popping it and start popping it like they're like all the way up here. And I think that a lot of men are like, well, I'm not even mad at you popping it, but just show the real you before you pop it. Show me the unmakeup you. Show me the unweaved you. Show me the unlashed you. Then I want you to get up here with this same level of confidence. And so I feel like that's why a lot of men are like, I'm not even mad at you popping it. Pop it how you pop it. But a lot of these men are going to feel like, well, if you got it going on and you got it all figured out, why are you single? Then on top of that, show me the bare you. Show me you coming, because men, we usually come to the internet, scruffy beard, bald spot, all of that, and we come as us and we pop it. So I think that a lot of these men, and I'm not defending it, but I think that a lot of these men feel like, how dare you sit in front of me, pop it with your chin up and your chest out, but you got a synthetic weave, or you got a face full of makeup, or you got this, and then you're on here popping it as if you're this upper echelon of woman. And that's just my plain as land.
I can say the same thing about a lot of men who get on podcasts. It's a lot of men that get on podcasts who they're lame in real life, but they have the following, they have everything that they need, and they can say what they want to say. I can say the same thing about them. So
that's very true. So here's one thing I noticed on my page. A lot of my content resonates with men because I'm a logical thinker. But the minute that I say anything that they don't agree with is when I start to see the humbling comments, right? So they can't attack me and say, you
that's everybody
and all the makeup, right? Because I'm only wearing lipstick and eyeliner. So, I mean, ain't nothing on my face. So I be having to tell them like, nah, sir, I don't have on a cake of clown. That's not what this is. And I post pictures with nothing on my face in the bear. So that's not an issue for me. The only thing they can attack me on is being single. So I'll get the comment and they'll go, you single because the niggas you want don't want you. Because they keep regurgitating what they hearing on these podcasts, what you done said on your page, Truth. They bringing it to my page.
They be reposting your stuff.
Right, now they bringing it to my page and using it as a dig at, I thought you caught a stray.
That's crazy.
And now they using it as a dig at me. Because it's the only thing they can attack is the fact that I'm single. But see, I don't defend myself to these men because I don't give a but we had a very candid conversation when we went live the other day, and I told you why I'm single, and it's not because niggas don't want me.
Yeah, I want to get in there.
This is crazy. I hate that I got.
I want to address I'm curious, because I know, it's a lot of old school men out there, right? Because, Carrie, you said you kind of learned what a real man was from your dad. Because you think, a man on the internet who come under your comment, and he like, yo, take that makeup and weave off. You said that's not a real man, right? To you.
To me, I don't feel like that's some real man, because a real man shouldn't. If she's not your woman, then why do you care what she got going on? What about her weave and her makeup?
Okay, because I know
that is so flawed. Like that is such a flaw. You do know you just said Malcolm X was not a real man, right? You do know that, right? When he was saying that women should start loving their hair, you love your hair. So he was talking about women putting weave in, or perming their hair. Or not, they were talking about weave, but perming your hair and putting wigs on. You just said Malcolm X wasn't a real man. That's how flawed that thing is when you say it. A real man wouldn't do that. What you just said, that's a selfish nigga. That's a nigga who is selfish. So I don't understand. I'm trying hard to not just go at you, but my dear, what you just said made zero sense. I can't believe it. If you just follow the thing you say it, and then argue with what you just said. That's how people can fix those things. Whatever you say it, and then attempt to argue it. Then you'll find the holes in the that you're saying. Okay, nigga just said Malcolm X wasn't a goddamn man. Rude.
A lot of old school men who probably, a lot of women like to say what a real man is. The guys I grew up with wasn't like this and all that type of stuff. But the old heads be talking shit too. You don't think the old heads be talking shit about? They gonna talk shit about the young boys who doing shit they don't like that wasn't popping in their day. Look, these young boys, put your pants up. He looks stupid, right? You can tell your old head, mind your business. You ain't a real man, right? Or he gonna say stuff about women who doing. She got how many bodies? Oh, that young girl a hoe. Women my day, they wasn't doing that. Men are going to have opinions, even the old heads. So I know damn well your dad got opinions about women. And about women that they might not like to hear, and they might call him not a real man, but they didn't have social media in his day.
I think
never have to deal with humbling stuff, comments and stuff. I think it's for me being fully transparent. People see the good and the bad that come with me on the internet. So they see me with no makeup, natural hair, they see me as myself. I show up as myself on the internet. So I've never had I don't have that idea of men hate women. I'm
gonna tell you why, Tamia, and this is just my opinion. A lot of times women deal with colorism, and we really don't address the elephant in the room. So of course
you're a permanent victim. That's what you just told me. Okay. I now see who we're listening to. I told you I was trying. I gave it all I had. Sister girl, I gave it all I had. But now you pissed me off last time. This nigga, what is this thing? They're bashing. They're not real men. Colorism? No, my dear. First off, you're not even dark like that. I don't even understand what the hell you're talking about. You're like what? You're like the hot boy guy color. You just got bad lighting in your room. You're not dark. All right. That's a personal thing you have. Okay. Let's get this thing out. And one thing, when women say this thing about colorism, I want you to know it blows my mind, because in actual reality, the colorism thing is about guys not dating them. There's guys out there. Is there colorism? Yeah, there's some colorism out here. Yeah. But nigga, that's about dating. They don't. You think niggas go on your actual Instagram or TikTok and actually say they disagree with you or attempt to humble you about you being single because you're darker? Because you're not dark. Because you're darker. She's not even in the dark. You're still in the browns category. But you know, that was your last time. Now I see who you are. You a nigga who like to just victim. The world is against me. The world got his foot on my goddamn neck. That's who you are.
You whatever you deal with, you might not have the same problems as me. I'm a darker woman. So it's certain things.
You are not dark.
I can't even.
She's definitely darker
I
than
can't let you get away with that.
At the end of the day, you might not have that experience, maybe because you're light skinned or whatever the case may be.
But explicit is the same color as me, and she's saying that she deal with those things. So we can't make this a colorism thing.
There you go.
Yeah.
We can't.
Can I wait. I know we're about to wrap up, but I want to say something.
Because I know some beautiful women that still deal with certain things in their comments.
Y'all be using that colorism thing at, like, whenever y'all can.
Yeah, I don't think that has nothing to do. Because you're a beautiful black woman, just as I'm a beautiful black woman. I don't care what my skin color is.
Can I ask you a question, Tamia? What do you talk about on your page?
I just my lifestyle. I show my I make content, cooking content. I'm normally doing voiceovers.
You probably
I do all different things.
That we talking about, right? Because of the type of content that I create, these niggas on my page all day, every day.
Okay.
Like they ain't got nothing better to do.
I think we all know the type of people she talking about. There's people that it's a difference if a woman say something grimy to me in a comment, then I can clap back. But they're talking about the men that specifically say shit unprovoked, like just unprovoked ignorant.
Yeah,
we can't act like they don't exist. Though. We know the type of dudes they're talking about. Like no matter what, it's like if it's a shooting, right? They in the comments blame single mothers, like that. Those type of niggas. Like that's stupid.
You know what I'm
saying? Like the niggas that never ever say anything bad about men ever, because they think that they're team men. Like we know the type of niggas she talking about. We can't smile and act dumb. We know the type of niggas she talking about.
That's
you know what I'm saying? Like,
hold on.
And I'm a man, so I can say it. Take the real bar. I ain't gonna say a corny corny men do that. Like you a corny nigga if you just in comments all day arguing with women. You a corny nigga, yo. I ain't gonna say you ain't a real man. You just a corny ass jabroni. That's what you are.
Hold on, let me say something.
Jabroni if you just in comments arguing with women all day about your weave. Like you a corny ass nigga. You a jabroni.
Okay, that's nice. That's nice that you just said that. And I'm happy you just said the last part about the weave thing. Because once again, if a nigga is telling women to stop wearing weave because what they're doing is actually traumatizing their daughters into believing that they need straight hair in their head. Because guess what your daughter don't understand? Your daughter doesn't understand that don't grow out your scalp like that. So your daughter starts to have a problem. She starts to think that I want to look like mommy, but my hair curls. Why don't my hair lay straight down? So, sir, once again, is there guys who in the comment section that are just buck wild? Yeah, but I don't care what you saying, Mr. DreamWorks. I don't care what you're saying. We just heard Akira. You're gonna try to ignore that she actually just has her own problem. Explicit did not say those other things. Kira brought up what a real man is, brought up colorism. She is a different type of animal that we need to all watch. She needs to be watched. Explicit just say I don't like. Okay, that's all it really is. I don't like the things she's saying, and then she will stand on it. She'll stand on something that's just wrong and it's illogical and sometimes idiotic. But it's I ain't even play these games with you, nigga. Okay, let's get one thing straight. I hate when nigga. You know what I think is corny. I think it's corny when nigga just sit there and try to help out with calling out colorism when it ain't even colorism. Yeah, you thought I didn't hear you, nigga, when Kira said she deal with colorism, and then the Tamia said that me and Explicit is the same complexion, and he said, well, Kira's clearly darker than Tamia. Nigga, I heard you, and I think that's corny. I think that makes you a jabroni. I apologize, but you know.
Let me see something real quick. I'm gonna use an example from like last week. last week, you know, when I mean, I even said I like to be the antagonist. We gonna just use facts. Last week on this podcast, you know, I got called that I was one of those type of people y'all was talking about, because every question that was being asked by Truth directly, for the most part, was being aimed to the women. And anytime that I said something that literally that female didn't like, what was it? Oh, you hate women. Who hurt you? That's the very first thing that a lot of women say. I'm going to use it because this is an example that a lot that happened live on here directed me.
Shit, they said it. Those two, Akira and Explicit, said it. It didn't say that it was that one girl or it was their mama. They said it.
And I think really what's going on is a lot of this era that we in now, a lot of females don't like to hear the negative truth of things. I don't think it's just always just, okay, men trying to humble women. If it's just the negative truth, if it's not y'all being put on a pedestal or something, y'all don't like it, if it's not convenient, it's just automatically like, okay, you must hate women. Just like you said last week, every question up until a certain point was being asked, why do women this? Why do women that? So
well, if you're on panels and agree with women, that's the type of niggas right there. Sorry, but like, exhibit A.
So
that
they're
nigga
talking
probably
about
ain't get
men who
pussy
just
since
flat out disrespectful.
Like just corny niggas. You know, his whole life is just beating his meat. That's shit like that. Like
that's where you get a lot of corny shit right there. Now I will agree that's corny, but the fact of the matter is when we sitting up here,
I ain't gonna lie, y'all, I didn't expect that. Okay, I did not expect that. You corner you on panels and grill with women. I didn't expect that, so I didn't expect it.
Talking about, like I said, I think some women use that too loosely, where it's like, okay, men hate women. No, some of y'all really don't like the truth. Yeah. Let's really be honest. Some of y'all
I agree that some of them use it loosely.
Some women do, but I think in y'all case, y'all saying like men that is just totally disrespectful for no reason.
Absolutely. That's they wake up in the morning, that's the goal for the day. Ooh, which female can I come disrespect?
Yeah, I understand
that's not what was said though. They didn't just disrespect y'all for no reason. Y'all put a video up and then one of them, to Akira, said you can't have that opinion, or say you can't speak on this topic if you're like, if you got such and such, such and such, such and such. That's not a nigga just waking up trying to be overly offensive. Explicit on, it's like this. That's why you're gonna stay single and buy a dog and, you know, delete alone. It depends on, y'all aren't telling me what y'all were talking about, because then that would be something we can use. I can actually understand y'all thing if y'all gave us the context of the discussion, okay? Because if y'all told me that you posted a picture and then a guy commented underneath your picture of you just in a bathing suit at like a swim world, and you're like this, if this nigga posts, that's why you got a pot belly and your knees is crooked, nigga, I hope you and your family pet get Ebola. If a nigga did that, then you got a point. You got a point. Why are you cursing me and my family pet with Ebola because a swimsuit? Boop. Like, that's funny. But yeah, then you have a point. But y'all ain't talking about that. And y'all gotta tell me the context. What did y'all talk about?
But what are they replying to, Mont, though? That's the one thing. Like, what is your commentary, and what are their comments?
And that's exactly where I was getting to, because like a lot of times y'all, you know, people skip over those parts. If you put up this, if you put up,
y'all never gonna answer it.
Like, I mean, you got to. It's almost like y'all when women be asking for grace, y'all put up certain things, and then y'all automatically don't think it's going to come with some type of negative response. Sometimes
it's just pushback. It's pushback.
Y'all don't agree with everything that's going on. Hell, y'all don't even agree with a lot of stuff that other women be saying. But I
don't go out my way to comment if I don't agree with it. Like, I don't go out my way to comment negative.
But a lot of
is it that they really going out their way, or you just don't like the negative truth? Because this is what I'm saying. How do you feel that person going out their way? Are you like literally tapping into them and seeing how many posts that person going in, or are you only?
No, they said men that's always under their post. That's what they said. Always,
yeah.
They follow you for a reason. They want to.
We definitely said
that's all they gonna do.
This comes with when you somebody like it's almost like
we're not saying we bothered by it. We just saying it happened.
Yes, you are.
No, you got to.
Actually,
we ain't gonna move the goalposts on that. We ain't gonna move
Yeah, can y'all let's cut it out. Let's cut it out with the lies, okay? There's a specific personality type where there's niggas who like you talk about them, they really don't care. They actually don't care. I'll let you right now, women, most of y'all aren't that. Explicit, maybe you might be that small number, but most women, y'all are not that. But people focus on the negatives. So if someone give you a negative comment, you're gonna focus in on it, and then you're gonna be like this, motherfucker. Like you gonna actually be upset, nigga. When people comment on my things and they say things I don't like, I get upset. I mean, oh, look at you with your. Let me go to your profile picture and see what the is wrong with you. I do it. I'm not gonna lie to niggas. Why would you just lie and act like, no, I don't care, bro. I care if you post negative shit. But only thing is, nigga, I say negative shit. So I get upset, but nigga, it comes with the territory, right? That'd be different. It'd be different. I'm over here wearing a sweater and I'm just on the fence the whole time saying, what she said makes sense. What he said makes sense. Everybody is making sense. I can understand both sides at all times. No one is wrong. Everyone is right. If I did that and then a nigga comment on my thing and said, first off, you fat neck, big headed, that's why your beard don't connect, nigga. Like if they start talking to me like that, then I take that sweater off and I punch my phone. I say I was good to these people. I lost my goddamn point.
The goalpost. Could you definitely bothered by it? Yeah, we definitely ain't gonna move the goalpost. You definitely bothered by it just from when you saying that. Because if you wasn't
bothered, a conversation about it. I don't give a about them saying that on my page. I don't care.
Everybody can feel it.
I actually like some negative comments so I can have some engagement.
Another example. Hold on. Another example, like the young ladies Akira just said too. When you keep, I think females keep overusing that whole real men thing. Like that phrase is just crazy because it's like, okay, you only hear that phrase, real men do this or real men don't do that, when a lot of females either want something or not getting something. It's almost like it's a manipulative tactic. Because you don't never say, well, real men do something when it's something positive. Oh, real men don't say that I'm fat. Real men don't say that I'm loud. Real men, you only hear that phrase when y'all either trying to get something or didn't get something y'all want.
Yeah, I don't use that. I don't. You ain't never heard me talk about what a real man is.
You never hear that phrase any other time.
You never hear me talk about what a real man is.
I said real men don't do that.
I think saying real man is subjective.
What did Akira say?
You would never hear me talk about
no, especially you didn't say it, but Akira said it. That's what he's referring to.
He's talking about when I said real men don't do this or real men don't do that. At the end of the day, I'm not lacking anything, and I'm not looking for a man to do anything other than what he does. So if he's showing me who he is by bashing my appearance and who I am, then that's to me that's not a character of a real man, because I'm
it's still a manipulation tactic.
Real men, like
what does a real man look like to you? What does a real man do? Because I think we need to get some clarity on at least from, even if any woman want to say that, because again, you keep saying, well, the real men around you.
You know what?
A real man is going to say some stuff that you don't like.
You don't even have to do this. Let's play the follow the logic game. Let's say, yeah, you're around real men. I'm around real men too. And guess what those real men that I'm around do? They sock my head between washer and dryers. Nigga or that everyone get head knocked between washer and dryers, but they're real men. Are you gonna pay what did you just pay anything I said any attention once I told you that? Oh yeah, man, I'm around all real men. We're real men. We walk around with loafers, linen pants, nigga. Sometimes we got our toes out. All real men. But if you say anything about the cereal I'm eating Fruit Loops. If you say, man, you should have Cheerios, head between washer and dryer. Even if you a woman or man, nigga, if you pass the age 14, your getting hit between the washer and dryer. You getting sent off. Would you pay me any attention if I told you that's the real men I'm around, so I'm around real men? No. So nigga, we don't know who you around. All you keep saying, you said your daddy. I'm around real men. Nigga, stop with these fallacies. Like we supposed to pay this any attention? That's why we said it is a manipulation tactic. You're telling me this thing and telling me real men don't do this, so I'll just stop doing it. That's a manipulation tactic. Nigga, how about you, well, you're a woman, but how about you man up and make me stop? Then I can find out. Huh? Yeah. Put your big boy pants on if you're gonna try to stop me. But I'm not introducing violence to you. Or am I?
You know what? Let me rephrase that. Grown men. I'm gonna say grown men.
That's the same thing.
grown men not gonna sit around talking about a woman's appearance. He's not gonna sit around and talk about, because at
Malcolm X is not a grown man again.
the end of the day, if a woman is speaking and she's able to have a dialogue with a real man or a grown man, whatever y'all say, then why does her appearance matter? Why does it matter what she's saying? What she's saying if it's everything needs to be said?
What are you saying?
Can I ask you this, Akira? So if your man comes to you and have an uncomfortable conversation with you, that makes him not a real man?
That's where I was going to get to.
Yeah,
That's not the same
That makes
thing.
him not a grown man. No, but that is because just because it's a man.
No, hold up. See, Mr. Dream over here, he did it again. And this is why you're pissing me off. She made it broad by saying the uncomfortable thing. So if your man or the guy you're with came over there and talked to you about your appearance, he's not a real man. He's not a real man. See, that's what happens when you make your thing so loose like that. Because I think a little while ago, never mind. She did say it. She said that her father said that a man doesn't care what a lady's doing unless he's with her, which is not true. That's for motherfuckers who don't believe in community. That's for niggas who don't believe in community. Say, I don't care what a lady do if I'm not with her. Oh, so you don't care that all the women that's in your community is actually walking around dressing and talking like whores. You don't care. You don't care at all. You don't care that this is the community you're raising your children in. You see, that's the thing that destroys what the you just said. It just fix it.
Regardless, it's a man, and if he's
we're talking about what men
listen. If her man say, listen, baby, we need to start going to the gym together, right? That's one thing. If a dude in the comments say you fat black, is that the same thing? It's not the same. That's not the same thing.
And the conversation ain't even that.
That's what I was talking about.
It's the delivery that's different, but it's the same thing.
It's not the same thing. It's not the same thing at all.
It's a random person. But this is
it's a random person. Once they say a random.
Right? So absolutely, there are men out here who just want to stick it to women because they're hurt. There are some of those men out here, absolutely, right? But we're not going to let you conflate the guys who are just criticizing, maybe they love black women and maybe they want to see something different. So maybe they trying to talk about the change they want. I don't like women with makeup. I don't like women wear this. Cool. We're not going to tell like men who are just simply giving you some critiques that those men are those men because y'all don't like it. Like, I ain't gonna hold you, Akira, you kind of did you did a drawing where you was like, all right, they not real men. Real men don't do this. And also you pulled out colorism. You might, those is two marks against you. Those are things that people just throw out normally when they don't feel a certain type of way, but it's not typically legitimate because you're not dark skin at all. You brown skin. You brown skin for sure.
I've been considered dark skinned my whole life, so I'm just going based off what I have experienced.
And I've been called chocolate all my life. You act like you don't got eyes, like you can't see the dark skinned person. You seen the dark skinned person in goddamn world, okay? I've been called chocolate all my life. Yeah, sounds foolish, don't it? No one cares about the. Okay, does this?
That you just don't like what's being said. Because I think people keep using that too loosely, that automatically, just because you don't like a comment, you can tell the difference when somebody really just sitting around bashing women. Let's be grown here. We grown, man. Come on.
And that's what we say. That's what we're talking about. There are men who do that.
So
I won't argue. The fact of the matter, is it that y'all just don't like some of the negative things that men are saying? I can't finish the sentence.
I said that there are some men who truly are offering up like their opinion.
Great advice.
And I'm okay with that. You don't have to agree with me. I'm completely okay with you not agreeing with me. I'm completely okay with my comments calling me ugly. If that's how you feel, that's how you feel. However, you can tell the difference between a man who comes and says, well, maybe they're not approaching you because you're not attractive, and a man who literally, I am talking about the sky being blue and hit this motherfucker come talking about how ugly I am. Like, it is a completely different tone. We not talking about the guy who that's genuinely his opinion. We talking about the guy who literally is coming here just to like Mont said, because he hurt and he wants to hurt women. That is exactly what
there you go. He's hurt.
Let's get this crystal clear, because I hear the guys and I get where you're going, but I think that we're just overlooking a lot. So first of all, there's two different energies being exchanged here. Maybe you're talking about the guy that is just going out of his way to just bash you, right? Maybe and I'm talking to explicit, maybe you're talking about the guy that's coming to your page that literally wakes up in the morning and goes out of his way to attack, tear down, degrade, and disrespect any woman that he comes into contact with, right? But then we have to go to Akira because these are two different energies. From what we are collecting, this is just from the data, and I could be horribly wrong, and if I am, I don't mind being corrected. But what I am taking from this is it seems as if anybody that disagrees with her confidence or with her look or her makeup or her hairstyle choice, it is automatically put into this bashing, like she just runs, it sounds like she runs away from criticism. It sounds like she does not like to not like her appearance to be spoke about at all. She said that a real man or a grown man would never comment on a woman's appearance. And so that was actually a little bit triggering for me because we all speak about women's appearance. It's just, if they were, listen, this is my issue. If
I'm finna stop what he's saying right now. I just looked her up. This nigga ain't dark at all. And she's saying that I've been treated dark skin all my life. Boy, I would even say maybe she is dark skin in the color and like her lighting is making her look dark. She's not dark skin at all. She is actually brown. She is just brown. So that means you got maybe your family or somebody's colorist and they telling you dark skin or whatever. But nigga, shit, I ain't gonna lie to you. Looking at her skin complexion, nigga, you sound like you lying.
they were telling you how beautiful your brown skin was, it wouldn't be an issue. If you, or right, this is the gag. If like, so I think this is my question for you. When did you start loving the fact that you were darker skinned?
I would have to say for me in high school.
Right.
But it was when I really, like, I say around like 11th, 12th grade, towards the end of high school, that's when I really just accepted the fact that I was a darker skinned woman. And that's just my opinion.
Right. And is it safe to say you didn't always love being, I guess, dark? Because I don't think you're dark skinned, but is it safe to say that you didn't always love being a darker skinned woman?
Oh yeah, for sure.
Okay, cool. Have you not always liked wearing your natural hair? Like, did you like, when did you start embracing your natural hair? Why do you wear weave?
In my early 20s, that's when I started like really wearing my natural hair, like my curls and all of that stuff. That's when I really, and that's what I'm saying. It took for me to go through those traumatic experiences in order for me to accept me. And it's not.
So I'm going somewhere with this, right? And I'm not, and even with the makeup thing, right? Like, so it's, because even looking at you, we can tell that like you're into your appearance, and there's nothing wrong with that. Like, be into your appearance, love you. I'm not saying don't put your makeup, like whatever you need to do to be the best version of you, do that. Nobody's discounting that, right? Like, no one's mad at that. But what I'm saying is you can kind of tell that there is like a trigger whenever your appearance is mentioned. And like I said, I could be wrong, but from being on this live with you, you seem very bothered by a man wouldn't say anything about my weave. A man wouldn't, why should it bother? Like, if you really, like, this is the thing, I'm going bald as a motherfucker. I hate it. I can't stand it, right? I can't. And when motherfuckers say truth, you up there talking all that shit with that long forehead. I got to eat that shit. I got to eat that forehead long as a motherfucker. What I'm gonna tell you, but see, but I really, when I say I don't give a I'm able to laugh because I say, well, I'd rather my forehead match my bank account. So it's not really an issue. Just as long as his forehead is, his bank account just as long.
Show me the money! Show me the money! Show me the money! Show me the money!
I don't know what you talking about. I'm gonna be honest with you. It ain't got nothing to do with my money. I lost mine, and guess what? As long as these out here still wanted, big screen. Yeah. So anywho, I'm he's gonna just keep going over the same thing about Akira. Yeah, Akira, you need to work on yourself, my dear. Work on yourself, my darling. First off, stop telling everybody stop talking about colorism when you ain't even dark. Okay, blew my mind. Like I said before, explicit, you're just wrong. She just be wrong a lot. Okay, and I think it's the Randy. She got touched, not like inappropriately. She got touched by the Randy brush. That's what it is. So explicit, I don't really pay what you're saying. I don't pay real attention because you don't provide evidence. You just say things and then smile it off. I want everybody to know this bill started with, they were supposed to be talking about, do men hate women? And then they start talking about humbling. All right, it It completely went off from it. Unless they believe you humbling people is a form of you hate, like you actually hate them. I really think about that. I just let it go soon because I'm like, y'all ain't finna just correct this. Ain't nobody finna tell y'all that this is nothing y'all are saying is actually showing that men hate women. It shows that there's men who think that you think you're all that, a bag of chips, and now he's trying to make you know, he's trying to let you know that you're not a bag of chips. You're actually like stale Skittles. That's what I'm hearing. I want y'all to know that nothing y'all said actually proved that thing, but I still know it does exist. I still know. And Naeem, I'm telling you, man, you don't be right either. You just be wrong too. It's like calling people jabroni. The hell?
Oh, that doo-doo, baby.